Good day, urban gamers, and welcome to another episode of Four Brothers in the Basement.
We're actually gonna go and talk to them about Kingdom Hearts because it should be on their PlayStation 4 exclusive. But if you ever get a chance to come to C2E2 next year, 2014, go to all the panels. They give you a
Hey, sorry ladies, man is out. Boyfriends, husbands, they're gonna be gone for a while. This has been Four Brothers in the Basement, right here.
Four Brothers from the Basement. That's right, just wanted to shout out to you. Thanks, follow them, whatever you gotta do, follow me. Jay State Frank official fan page. You guys are the best. What's up right there?
Good day, urban gamers, and welcome to another episode of Four Brothers in the Basement. I am your host, Fox Dorsey, joined with me by Double O Riser and Lex Dorsey. As you can see, no Will Dorsey here. He is off on parental family duties. Peace out. Too bad you gotta be a grown-up. On today's show, we talk about that game everyone's been waiting for.
Wonderful 101 that came out on Sunday.
No, not Wonderful 101. That game that everyone's been talking about.
Hot Wheels that came out this past Tuesday.
I loved it.
Not Hot Wheels, not close. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto 5.
That game.
Yes.
I didn't see a lot of news
The
on
other
that
one. No, not a lot.
No, not that much.
At least not real credible news. Anyway, we're going to be talking about all the love, all the hate, and all the records it's been breaking. And then we give you our top 5 reasons why you should have already gone out and bought Grand Theft Auto 5. But first things first, let's see what everybody's been playing. Let's start with Lex. Lex, what have you been playing?
Well, unfortunately, I have financial issues, so I've been stuck playing Last of Us.
That's okay. No, that's okay. How are you liking The Last of Us?
It's good. You know what? The first 10 minutes, I couldn't even finish the first 10 minutes. My mother interrupted me while I was playing the game. I couldn't enjoy the first 10 minutes of the game. So I stopped and played the online for a little bit. And the online is fine, because there's a faction that you do. You get your own little mini circle, and you start collecting survivors. You got play the game each day, and then you count the weeks. Every 3 days, a week pass. So you go in, play the game. There's survival mode where you're collecting supplies, you're killing other people. 2 different teams, Hunters and the Fireflies. You pick whatever faction you want to be in. The Fireflies are more about saving survivors. The Hunters is all about themselves. Anybody get in their way gets in their way. So I kind of like it.
Real quick, how do you feel about it in exchange as a game of the year?
Well,
but have you played BioShock yet?
No, I haven't played Battleship. See, there's so many games I want to get onto, but I haven't had the time
So
yet.
we're going to have to round up our list of games we need to play before a holiday really hits. But good to know that you're playing that.
When GTA drops, that's something big now.
Actually, Double Right, so why don't you tell the great people what you've been playing?
Really? Was that really a question? Well, first I had to do a review for Wonderful 101, but I folded easier than Christmas wrapping paper in December and bought Grand Theft Auto 5. So I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5, which is what we're talking about.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is like just a staple for attention in the video game industry. No matter what, there's always going to be a big hoopla over it. And so Grand Theft Auto 5 dropped September 17th. In the first 24 hours, it was reported that it sold over $800 billion. I'm sorry, 800 million. No, I'm not gonna do $800 million. And within 3 days, it surpassed $1 billion. And so it already shattered
Call of Duty Black Ops.
Black Ops 2's record, which dropped last year of like 500 million in the first 24 hours.
Yep.
Double Riser, was it worth it?
Was it worth it? It's too big to even try to condense into a couple of words or sentences. The game is just huge. It goes from just not being able to control 3 different characters whenever you actually feel like, but it goes even farther to let you do these little side quests and side missions that seem fun. I did a triathlon. I can't even explain that. What about you?
It's great so far. Like you said, the game is huge. I spent a lot of time doing tennis. Just everyday things that you wouldn't think you would find yourself doing in a video game, I was doing. And so I think it was well worth the $60+ that you had to spend on day one.
Yep.
Now, a question from a person that hasn't played that, has probably did some sports in the game. Does it actually feel like real life?
The activity that you do, you would find those mechanics in other video games. Like if it was a separate video game for tennis, you got a backspin, you got a drop shot, you could line up. It's not just these little side. You know how in a lot of games you find other side games where you just press A a couple of times and it does the motion. No, like you power your serve in golf. You pick your club. You pick the strength, the distance where you go to, and so the mechanics are excellent in every sport that you do.
Yeah, and to think they put this into not only you put these mechanics for just little small missions. Now think about how big and how extravagant the rest of the game is.
Yeah.
We go to the actual story mode.
Because it's all gonna come together. All those little things that you're doing now in the beginning of the game, it's all gonna come together beautifully at the end or even in the middle of the game.
Yeah, like the triathlon, they were testing your stamina to do certain things, but that stamina actually helps you, and it helps you gain your stamina throughout the game.
Because think about it, because at some point you're gonna have to run from the cops.
Oh, you're gonna run?
You're gonna run from the cops.
This is GTA.
Yeah, you already know. So the first thing I was doing, I was running everywhere to build up my stamina to 100. Like, nah, come on, Franklin, we gotta run, G, because it's sooner or later I'm gonna find myself running from the cops without a car. With any Grand Theft Auto release, it always garners the attention because of the violence in Grand Theft Auto. And so let's just talk about that. And we're not here to say that, you know, we're condoning the violence that's in the video game. There are ways, they have rules and parameters set up to where no one under 18 should be playing this game. And so let's just talk about the violence that it gets, because this violence that's in this game, it's widespread. It's throughout any video game. So why just target Grand Theft Auto?
Well, the reason they target Grand Theft Auto is mostly because it's a huge AAA title. Right off the bat, it's something that everybody talks about. Not only that, they have posters everywhere. They have commercials about it everywhere. It's one of those big, huge games that everybody's gonna want to get. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, most people or most parents and critics, and I'm gonna blame Fox News right off the bat.
Oh wow, yeah,
that's Fox News. I don't even want to go into that.
I don't think any of them ever even played the whole game. But yeah, go ahead, please finish yours.
Yeah, they complain that it isn't like the movies because they have the opportunity to perfect or actually do the violence instead of just sitting there watching the violence. You can actually do the violence. You can actually have a character pull out a gun and shoot somebody. You can have a character drive a car down a sidewalk and hit a whole bunch of people. That's the reason why they complain about the violence in that game in particular.
But everything that you find in Grand Theft Auto, you can find in any television, any fall hit television show, any summer blockbuster. It's like a Martin Scorsese's film. I'm probably just butchered his name, but but it's like everything in it you would find in a movie. And so if you're going to criticize the video game industry, especially take shots at Grand Theft Auto, to me, in my mind, you should at least play the game, because everything you can do in it, you can do for a reason, and it all ties in beautifully with the story and what they're trying to convey, and the message that they're trying to convey.
Yeah, but the last thing about that is, the only thing different between the real life and that virtual world is, they think that some kids or some parents or just people in general who play these games, that they don't have sometimes the mindset to dictate what's reality and what's virtual.
Yeah, but see, that's and once again, I'm not condoning the violence. I'm not saying that the video game should be off the hook and that it's not any of the video game industry's fault. But that's not the video game industry's place to parent these children.
It comes down to the fact that it's still a choice that you have to make down the line. As parents, you have to make a choice. If you're going to get this game for your child, you should know what you should and shouldn't buy for your kid. It says they have on labels 18 and up. Also, you know, it's your choice as a gamer if you wish to do all those heinous stuff in action. You know, you don't really have to drive on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
you
and,
can actually stop lights.
yeah, and everyone doesn't always do that. We don't just
Right.
jump in the car and just drive straight down a busy boulevard. We don't do that. I spend most of my time playing tennis.
I'm spending most of my time doing triathlons.
Yeah, so with that being said, let's hurry up, wrap up real quick. We're running out of time. Let's give you our top 5 reasons why you should have already bought Grand Theft Auto.
If you're over 17.
If you're over, that's right. Reason number 5, all the Easter eggs in the game. There are a lot of references to Grand Theft Auto 4 and even San Andreas. So I'm really hoping to see some of those characters make an appearance. I haven't got that far into the game, but I'm really hoping. So
Yeah.
so no spoiler alerts on that. But there are tons of Easter eggs. We're gonna wait for you guys out there to find them all, and then we'll let everyone else know because I'm not good at finding Easter eggs. I'm not. Reason number 4, the map size. The map does it no justice. When I tell you you have to drive a mile, a distance, as far as distance-wise, it's really a mile. Like, it takes up that much time to get to point A to point B. Like, they condensed a lot of ground into this game. It's crazy.
Yeah, like from downtown Los Santos to the actual mountains that you see in the distance, it took me 5 actual live human minutes to drive that distance. And once again, you know these cars are going like 100, 130 miles per hour, so that's something crazy to think about.
And even the smallest thing, like going into an alley, it actually feels like a long alley you're walking into.
Right.
Dead end. So
Right.
it's not like, oh, walk here, there already. No, it's an actual good 2-3 minute walk.
Number 3, the game mechanics. So whether you're walking, whether you're driving, flying, swimming, shooting, fighting, they are excellent game mechanics. The game mechanics you'll find in Grand Theft Auto 5, you'll find in at least average games. As far as if you're playing the shooting mechanics you find in an average shooter, you're going to find here in Grand Theft Auto. The average driving mechanics that you're going to find in an average driving game, you're going to find in Grand Theft Auto. They feel natural, like I said. Playing tennis, I had depth. I could do back spins, drop shots. I could line up my serve. It's so much depth to it. And so the game mechanics are great. They're really great.
Yep, every car had their own different driving techniques, speeds, curving around corners. It all felt different for every different car.
I love the special abilities. That's a second reason. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't want to ruin it for any of you guys. But each character has their own special ability. It's great. You should go check it out. And our number 1 reason why you should go buy Grand Theft Auto right now,
Why?
is because the online portion is not out yet. And so once the online portion is out, you don't want to be left behind. You want to be able to jump right in, start your crew, start dominating, doing those heists. You want to.
And besides that, GTA 5 didn't bring the online out for a reason. They wanted you to play through the story mode to get a real good feel of the atmosphere, the cars, the guns, and where all the little secret hidden spots you can get to. Because when the online starts, heist, heist, heist.
Get the game before online mode drops so you can stay ahead of the game.
Oh yeah.
That's our show for today. I'm your host, Fox Dorsey, and remember, there's a gamer in all of us. You just need the right game.
C4